Okay, project 6, page 4. On page 4, you have already selected the best typeface for the job, and you've selected a size and leading combination. Page 4, you're going to try some different combinations for indicating the subheads within the document. So we're going to copy page 3. In our Pages palette, we're going to make a perfect copy for page 4. On page 4, you're going to delete all but your favorite. So I think that Baskerville 9 on 10 is what I want to use. So I'm going to delete the others. Okay. And you can see here that I actually sort of forgot to update my labels. So this is 9.5 and 11. But I'm going to do 9 on 10. Baskerville 9 on 10, I'm going to delete the other ones that are not my favorite. So this one is my favorite. Now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to delete the first 2 paragraphs of the text. So what this will do, this will make the first subhead visible in the text frame. And we have subheads marked with these little bracketed labels that say subheads. Obviously, these are going to come out in our final design. These are just here to help you. Now, you may notice two kind of funky things have happened here. This is my type, Baskerville. Wow. Alright, so several very funky things happened. I had only changed it to Baskerville in what was visible on the previous pages, so I sort of lost all my formatting. Moreover, there was a switch where it had been myriad, then it switched to Helvetica at a much larger size. So that's why things look so kooky here. What I would recommend is actually expanding this text frame a bit so that we see more, and you set this to your favorite. Now I've chosen Baskerville 9 on 10 just to be crystal clear. You don't have to do Baskerville 9 on 10. The whole point of this is to test out combinations and come to a decision about, make a choice. This Baskerville 9 on 10 is my choice. You will make your own choice. But whatever your choice is, you want to set this first one to be that size, starting with the third paragraph that says graphic design is a creative process. Make sure that the first subhead, image-based design, is visible, and then the next paragraph and a half or so should be visible. All depends on your typeface and your size lettering combination. Now we're going to copy this text frame. Again, hold down Shift and Option to just drag a copy. We're going to copy this text frame 5 more times. Align it to your grid so that you have 6 samples. In our first one, top left, you want to use a Boulder Weight of the same type family. So we're using the Baskerville family. We're going to use a Boulder Weight of Baskerville. So semi-bold works. I often find going 2 stops works even better. So I'm going to make it Baskerville bold for my subhead. I'm going to delete that label that says subhead. because now I have my subhead very clearly indicated with the bold weight. It's very easy to see now that it's a subhead. So this first one will be Boulder Weight, or a different style. You can also look at italics or bold italics for your subheads if you want, but the same size and leading. So this is still 9 on 10. I'm just using the bold. Our second one, we want to use the same weight. So this is Baskerville regular, but you want to do it at a larger size to indicate your subhead hierarchy. So this is 9 points. I'm going to try 11. I think maybe that's not enough size contrast. I'm going to go up to 14. That looks a little big. Maybe I'll step down 1 to 13. Now at any point, if you want to hide your grid, that's Command : toggles between hiding and showing your grid. And if you want to show or hide the hidden characters, that is, it's down here at the bottom of the type menu, show hide hidden characters. It's also Option Command I. I remember that because it's I for invisible, and these are invisible characters. So our second sample, we're going to do it same style, just with size. Our third one, we can alter size and weight. Size, style, and weight, but keep it in the same family. So for this one, I might try Baskerville, semi-bold. I'm going to stick with semi-bold, but then I'm going to make it 11 points. So it's both bigger and bolder for that one. All right, so all three of our samples on the left, we're going to try variations within the same typeface family to indicate our subheads. On the right-hand side, I want you to try other typefaces to indicate the subhead hierarchy. So maybe for this first one, I'm going to look at my font list again. Bear with me a second. I accidentally closed it. I'm going to look at my font list. I might try a slab serif. I might try Super Clarendon. Super Clarendon bold. I think this provides quite a bit of contrast. It's both in style and it's a little bit in width, and I'm also using the bold, so there's a step of contrast in weight. One thing I do want to advise you against, and a lot of designers when they're first starting out will do that, so this is my text, it's Baskerville, and they're like, oh, I'm going to try a different typeface for the subheads. I'm going to go to Garamond. Now, if we look at, this is Garamond, that's Baskerville. There's not a lot of difference there. And we're zoomed way in here. We're zoomed in 200%, and it's a little tough to see the difference. They're very, very similar. And even if you go to a bold weight, there's still not a lot of difference. You know, at this point, you might as well just be using the Baskerville bold instead of switching to a very similar. Now you could say, well, I'd say a modern style like Bodoni is going to be very different. How about that? How about I do Bodoni? Yeah, there's a fair difference in style there, but I'm not sure it's that noticeable at text sizes when you're looking at it at 100%. Honestly, I go for a big difference in style myself. So I might go for, you know, a sans serif and a difference in weight. So now this is Helvetica Bold. There's a very clear difference in here, both in weight and in style. Very, very clear, noticeable difference. That's going to help communicate your hierarchy. If you're going to go with two different type families, make sure that there's a good noticeable difference in style. This one I'm going to go back to the Super Clarendon because I think there's a good noticeable difference in style and in weight. You'll notice I'm using style and weight for them both. Our third one, I might go to Optima, which was my second choice. Maybe I can bring Optima back for my subheads. I kind of like that. That kind of works. Maybe I'll make this one just a hair bigger too. Maybe I'll make this 10 points just to make it work. Now, the other thing you want to do is you want to add notes to your labels, and this is for you. This will help you. Just describing what your subhead choices are. So Baskerville regular 9 on 10 is our text. Here I might put in a colon, bold 9 on 10 for the subhead. Right. This one, it's 9 on 10 for the text, regular 13 on 10 for the subhead. And this one, regular 9 on 10 for the text, semi-bold 11 on 10. For the subhead. And the same for over here. Just make a note for yourself clearly what your subhead choices are. This will save you time and frustration later. If you run out of room, you could abbreviate. This isn't, this isn't a book report. Your main purpose in making these labels is to make it easier on yourself. All right. So this is our page 4. You have settled on one text size and style, and you're now looking at, you're going to print this out, you're going to look at how each of these subhead styles works with your text style. You're going to choose the one that you think looks best. Again, you're choosing based on legibility, how well can you read it, how easily can you see the difference between the text and the subhead, and lastly, aesthetics. Which one do you think looks best? The practical judgments come first, aesthetics come after your practical judgment. And that is the end of video for page 4.